Assalamualaikum. In this video, we are going to talk about comparison degree, one of the lessons in 10th grade of high school, as the preparation for my students to face the final exam in the second semester. With me, Bu Ica in SMA Negeri 2 Lamongan. Let's learn together. So here, there are some points that we are going to discuss. The first one is, of course, the definition, and then we're going to discuss the level of comparison, and then we go to the examples, and the last one is the exceptions. And now let's start off with the definition of comparison degree. So what is the comparison degree? Comparison degrees are English grammar rules used to compare nouns, and the comparison includes adjective and also adverb. Jadi apa sih comparison degree itu? Comparison degree itu adalah salah satu grammar dalam bahasa Inggris yang digunakan untuk membandingkan kata benda, dan yang dibandingkan itu adalah kata sifat atau adjective dan juga kata keterangan atau adverb. And here there are 3 levels of comparison. There are positive degree, comparative degree, and also superlative degree. Let's discuss it one by one. The first level of comparison degree is positive degree. It is used to state that two things are equal or to describe a single base quality without making a comparison. Jadi positive degree itu digunakan untuk menyatakan perbandingan dua hal yang memiliki kualitas yang sama atau setara. Okay, if you look at the formula, there is subject and then followed by verb or to be and then followed by as, followed by adjective or adverb and then followed by as again. And if you look at the examples, the first example is she is as smart as her brother. In the first example, there is the comparison between she and her brother, and the comparison reflects the equality. Oh yeah, in this first example, the sentence use adjective as the comparison, that is smart. Smart here as an adjective. Now let's take a look at the second example in a positive degree. Nana speaks as calmly as his mother does. So, what does the sentence mean? The sentence reflects the equality, the similarity between Nana and his mother in the way of speaking. Jadi di dalam kalimat ini, cara Nana bicara itu sama kalemnya, sama lembutnya seperti ibunya berbicara. Jadi, in this case, there is the similarity between Nana and his mother in the way of speaking. And for your information, calmly here not as an adjective. Calmly here is an adverb. So, in conclusion, if you want to state that two things are equal or similar each other, you can use positive degree. And the formula is just as simple as you can use as, adjective, and or adverb, and then as again. Jadi kesimpulannya, kalau kalian ingin membandingkan dua hal yang memiliki kualitas yang setara satu sama lain, maka kalian bisa menggunakan positive degree yang rumusnya sesimpel as, adjective or adverb, and then kemudian ditutup sama as lagi. So what do you think, guys? It is not quite difficult for you to understand, isn't it? Okay, to deepen your knowledge about positive degree, you can practice by yourself to find out the examples of adjective and adverb, and then you put them into the sentences to create other examples of positive degree. And now let's move to the second level of comparison, that is comparative degree. What is comparative degree? It is used to compare exactly two things, showing that one possesses more or a certain quality than the other. Jadi, perbandingan comparative degree yang level ini itu digunakan untuk membandingkan dua hal di mana salah satunya memiliki kualitas yang lebih tinggi atau lebih unggul dibandingkan dengan yang lain. Jadi ada perbandingan, ada kata-kata lebih di dalam comparative degree. And if you look at the slide, there are 2 formulas in the comparative degree, and let's talk about it one by one. The first formula is for the word which has a 1 syllable or 2 syllables ends in Y. And the formula is subject followed by verb or to be followed by adjective and then followed by and then followed by then. And the examples of the first formula, which is adjective followed by is like cheaper, larger, stronger, shorter, bigger, or happier. The words or the adjective consists of 1 syllable or 2 syllables ends in Y. Jadi kalian bisa menambahkan er setelah adjektif untuk kata-kata sifat yang terdiri dari satu suku kata atau dua suku kata yang diakhiri dengan huruf y. For example, like happier tadi. And the second formula is for the words which have two syllables or more. The formula is subject and then followed by verb or to be and then followed by more and then adjective or adverbs and then followed by than. And the examples of the second formula, which is more and then followed by adjective, is like more beautiful, more interesting, more famous, more expensive, and etc. The second formula is used for the adjective, which have two or more syllables. Jadi untuk rumus kedua ini di mana menggunakan more, kemudian diikuti oleh adjective, kemudian diikuti sama than, itu dipakai untuk kata sifat yang terdiri dari dua suku kata atau lebih. Jadi untuk adjektif-adjektif yang panjang, jangan lupa untuk menggunakan more untuk membandingkan, untuk menunjukkan kualitas yang lebih daripada yang lain. Okay, let's put them into the examples in a sentence. The first sentence in an example is like, his car is faster than mine. What does the sentence mean? Artinya adalah bahwa mobilnya itu lebih cepat daripada punyaku. Di sini yang dibandingkan adalah mobilnya dan mobilku. Bahwasanya mobilnya itu faster than, lebih cepat daripada punyaku. And the second sentence is like, his elder brother looks younger than him. Kakaknya terlihat lebih muda dibandingkan dia. Dan perbandingan di situ menunjukkan bahwa kakaknya memang lebih muda dibandingkan dia, younger than. The third sentence is like, my brother is more diligent than me. More diligent. Diligent consists of 3 syllables. So in the sentence, it has to use more. Jadi kakakku di situ lebih rajin daripada aku. Perbandingannya adalah kakakku dan aku, bahwasanya kakakku lebih rajin. And the last example is like, Emma has performed more beautifully than she usually practiced. Artinya bahwa Emma sudah tampil dengan lebih indah dibandingkan dia biasanya latihan. Dan more beautifully di situ yang dibandingkan bukan adjective. Di situ menggunakan perbandingan adverb ya. Beautifully di situ as an adverb, not an adjective. So guys, in conclusion, if you want to compare two things showing that one possesses more of a certain quality than the other, if one subject have more quality than the other, you can use comparative degree, in which you can use adjective followed by or more and then followed by adjective. It's all depend on the syllables of the word. Jadi kesimpulannya, kalau kalian ingin membandingkan dua hal di mana dua hal tersebut memiliki kualitas yang salah satunya itu lebih dibandingkan dengan yang lain, maka kalian bisa menggunakan comparative degree. Jadi penekanannya itu adalah bahwa ada arti kata lebih di sini, bahwasanya satu hal itu memiliki kualitas yang lebih dibandingkan dengan yang lain. Jadi kalian bisa langsung aja otomatis menggunakan rumus di mana kalau kata sifat yang pendek, kalian langsung menambahkan er setelah kata sifat tersebut. Tapi ketika kata sifatnya itu panjang, more than two or more than two syllables, dua suku kata atau lebih, atau adverb, maka di depan sebelum kata sifat itu kalian bisa menambahkan more. Okay, hopefully you can understand all my explanation and then you can practice again by yourself to find out more adjective or adverb and then you can put them into the examples of comparative degree. Okay students, now let's move to the last level of the comparison, that is superlative degree, the highest degree among the levels of comparison. So, what is the superlative degree? Superlative degree is used to compare three or more things, indicating which one has the highest or lowest degree of that quality. Jadi, superlative degree ini dipakai untuk membandingkan tiga hal atau lebih yang menyatakan bahwasanya salah satunya adalah yang paling unggul dibandingkan dengan yang lainnya. Similar to the comparative degree, in superlative degree there are also two formulas. The first formula is for one syllable or two syllable ends in y. The first formula use subject and then followed by verb or to be and then followed by the adjective and then last with est. For example, like the cheapest, the largest, the tallest, the biggest, the happiest, and etc. Jadi untuk rumus yang pertama ini di mana subjek diikuti oleh verb atau to be, kemudian ada the, adjective, and then est, itu dipakai untuk adjektif yang pendek, yang terdiri dari suku kata atau dua suku kata yang yang diakhiri oleh y. Contohnya yaitu tadi the cheapest, cheap, the cheapest, large, the largest, tall, the tallest, big, the biggest, and then happy. Happy is ended by y. Happy itu diakhiri dengan y sehingga jadinya adalah the happiest. And then the second formula is for the long adjective, consists of 2 or more syllables and also adverb. So the formula is subject and then followed by verb or to be, and then we use the most, and then followed by adjective or adverb. The example is like the most interesting, jadinya the most interesting. Attractive, jadinya the most attractive. Diligent, the most diligent. Wonderful, the most wonderful. That's the example of the second formula. Okay, now let's put them together in the examples in a superlative degree. The first sentence is like, Anne is the prettiest girl in my class. Anne is the prettiest girl in my class. Di sini menunjukkan bahwasanya Anne itu adalah gadis yang paling ya, bukan lebih cantik tapi paling cantik di kelasku. Dari kata pretty and then it will become the prettiest. The second example is like, this is the most beautiful painting in the gallery. Ini adalah lukisan terindah di galeri ini. Bukan lebih indah, tapi ini adalah lukisan terindah, yang paling indah. The most beautiful. Beautiful. It will become the most beautiful. And both of the sentences using pretty and beautiful. Pretty and beautiful are the examples of adjective. Okay, now the last example, we use adverb into the superlative degree. The sentence is, Emma has performed the most beautifully of all the participants. Everyone was impressed by her performance. Jadi di situ artinya adalah bahwa Emma sudah menampilkan dengan yang paling cantik di antara seluruh partisipan, di antara seluruh peserta yang lain. Setiap orang sangat terkesima dengan penampilannya. Jadi di situ Emma sudah menampilkan penampilannya dengan dengan yang paling cantik di antara peserta yang lainnya. The most beautifully of all the participants. Okay, students, we have discussed all levels of the comparison, and now we go to the exception. It is not English if there is no the exception. What is exception? Exception here means pengecualian. Of course, some adjectives and adverbs completely change their form and do not follow the or ist, or we add more or the most rules. Jadi tidak semua kata sifat itu mengikuti aturan penambahan atau atau kita menambahkan more atau the most, tapi memiliki bentuk atau aturan sendiri yang irregular. For example, like good, better, best. Good means baik, better means lebih baik, and then best paling baik. And then there is the word bad, worse, worst. We cannot change bad into better. No, it's wrong. It becomes worse. Bad, worse, worst. Bad itu artinya buruk, worse itu lebih buruk, and worst itu adalah yang paling buruk. And then there is also far, not become farther, but it will become further or the furthest. Kalau far itu jauh, kalau lebih jauh itu further, kalau yang paling jauh itu adalah the furthest. Not farther ya, tapi further, lebih jauh. Far, jauh. Further, lebih jauh. The furthest, paling jauh. It also happens in many or much. Not manyer, but it will become more or the most. Jadi many itu banyak, kalau lebih banyak itu more, kalau yang paling banyak itu adalah the most. Okay guys, you can find other examples of irregular forms in the comparison, and now it's time for your practice to put those into the sentences, into the examples in the comparison degree. We have discussed all the parts in this lesson, and I hope this video can help you very well in understanding the comparison degree so that you have a better preparation for the final exam tomorrow. So, guys, as I always said to my students that let's aim for good grades by doing things the right way. Mari kita usahakan mendapatkan nilai yang bagus dengan cara yang baik, dengan proses yang baik. Salah satunya dengan mempelajari materi-materi yang akan diujikan besok. Okay, we have come to the end of the video. Good luck with your studies, guys. May Allah always make it easy for you all to learn, to understand, and master all the lesson, and then you can achieve the best score that you can achieve. See you on the next video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.